going on, Jerome's? So, of course, you know the I Love Me a plot twist, right? And one of the plot twists and surprises for the Vikings at 53-man roster cutdowns was the waiving fourth-year former All-Pro kick returner King Kene Nwangu, because you're thinking new kick return rules should be good to go. Should be a very large factor on special teams. Also, they're working with Kene almost exclusively as running back 3 throughout training camp and preseason. And despite some pass protection issues, which are obviously important, like he showed awesome explosiveness, and there's a lot to like. So you think that, hey, year 4, wanting some more, contract year, holding on to Kene, but the Vikings waived him. Right, and also, so he was claimed by the Saints, and then he failed the physical, and now he's visiting with the Jets. He may have signed with the Jets practice squad. I haven't seen anything official, but either way, the Vikings didn't bring him back to the practice squad, or that hasn't even been broached. Also, Kene may not be interested. I don't know, but last week, the Vikings general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah and head coach Kevin O'Connell, so they talked about the decision to part ways with the All-Pro kick return, because you would think with the new rules that he would be a major factor, but they're very effusive with their praise of veteran running back Myles Gaskin. Now, I like Gaskin a lot. I think he's a very solid, well-rounded running back, can run with power, can run with speed, pass protect, catch the ball in the backfield, as well as he can work as a kick returner. And they were very effusive with their praise. Alec Lewis, The Athletic, from August 29th. Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell said the team thinks Myles Gaskin is a 3-down back and provides a physicality that showed up in all phases. Said the move to bring him back and cut King Kene was really about Myles. And Kwesi went on to say that Myles Gaskin will be the kick returner and a running back 3. Now, language is important. So when he said the kick returner, you're thinking that it would be, okay, kick returner 1, Gaskin is going to be one of the guys back there returning kicks primarily. But apparently he will be a kick returner, as special teams coordinator Coach Matt Daniels today clarified that actually Myles Gaskin will be kick returner 3. Kevin Seifert, ESPN, who's not Carl Gershford, per special teams coordinator Matt Daniels, Ty Chandler and Brandon Powell are the top 2 kickoff returners heading into week 1. There has been a lot of Myles Gaskin talk, and he can do it. Put your back into it, but mostly because Gaskins is the one who beat out Kene for RB3. So maybe it was a little bit of doth protest too much when it comes to Gaskin, and maybe a little bit of CYA passing on King Kene and rolling with Myles. So I understand it. Really hyping up the guy that you brought back on the practice squad, but basically, we found out today, Gaskin is not the kick returner. Now, Coach has talked about having 2 returners back there for on every single snap because of just the way that the ball could be dispersed in the landing zone. So that does make sense. Now, I'm very bullish on Ty Chandler and Brandon Powell, but I do think that Chandler will be involved very heavily in the running back rotation with Aaron Jones. Also, Brandon Powell. So Powell said something interesting. Basically, he said he's focusing on special teams versus offense. So I think that speaks highly about how they feel about Jalen Speedy Naylor as well as Tristan Jackson. But Powell as a kick and punt returner and occasional gadgety player on offense, except for no tush pushes with number 4. I think that would make sense. And Gaskin, like, even though he's not one of the top 2, he's not one of the starting kick returners, I'm sure that he will be involved in some way or fashion. I'm sure that he'll be active on game days as the third running back, as well as do-it-all 5-fave special teamer. So ain't too worried about that. The Vikings also have 2 other players on the practice squad, and Thayer Thomas and Jalen Williams, who also returned some kicks during training camp and preseason. So basically, it's like, it's a bit of a surprise, especially the way that Gaskin was hyped up last week. But, it is what it is. The business is the business. And I feel fine whether it's Gaskin or Chandler or Brandon Powell back there. Just please look good, because Kene is a dog, man. I'm worried that Kene is going to sign with the Jets, and he's going to house one week 5 against the Vikings at Tottenham Stadium. The Tossers from Tottenham. We'll see. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Myles Gaskin is not the starting kick returner for the Vikings. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.